Discovery Plus. Mike Rowe, it is so good to see you again. You're the hardest working man in television and stage and voiceover, and the list goes on.
Well, I'm working so hard today, Ashley, sitting here in my bunker enjoying a sensible gin and tonic with nothing to do for the next hour except engage in witty repartee with you.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm going to make it as witty as possible by mimicking your gin and tonic with the actual requisite lime, cut, etc. And I'm glad you chose that because other guests choose tequila, which is tough on me. So this one I actually find very refreshing, and I do drink it in the summer, though.
Exactly. The spring is just around the corner, and given the fact that we're all desperate, I think, for just a little bit of optimism, I'm trying to accelerate the speed with which spring is upon us. And I thought maybe by drinking my favorite spring drink, we might have some odd effect on the season.
I like your optimism. And I like your new show, 6 Degrees of Mike Rowe. I could use 30 Degrees of Mike Rowe because I've always enjoyed your work. But walk me through 6 Degrees for anybody who may not have seen it yet.
Yeah, it's, in the same way Dirty Jobs was a tribute to my grandfather, a guy who could build a house without a blueprint. 6 Degrees is a tribute to my dad, a history teacher. I wanted to try and do a history show for people who normally wouldn't watch history shows. And so I pitched this idea based on the parlor game 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon and argued that I could connect any 2 points, no matter how disparate, if you give me a little bit of money and enough time. So each episode starts with a truly stupid question, like, can a horseshoe find your soulmate? Or can a sheep pay your taxes? Or can a mousetrap cure your hangover? And I get an hour to prove that the answer to those questions is always yes. So it's kind of a Forrest Gumpian hot mess through our past.
A Forrest Gumpy. Can I watch a little of that Forrest Gumpian hot mess right now and play a little clip for our audience, especially that mousetrap part? Let's take a look.
Trap can cure your hangover. Our story starts here, somewhere in the middle of Maine, 1854-ish, with this kid, Hiram Maxim. He's 14 years old and he works as an apprentice in this carriage manufacturing facility. But at the moment, Hiram is not concerned with the manufacturing of carriages. He is vexed by a far more troubling problem, the presence of mice. Mice are everywhere. They scamper, they run, they chew at his boots, making him absolutely crazy. Hiram's had enough, so he's spending his lunch hour today on a mission to mass murder all the mice in Maine. In other words, the kid's trying to build a better mousetrap.
I love this, and I love that this is a tribute to your dad, a history teacher. He must be over the moon. Do you really love history that much? Or, do you do a lot of this research and sort of get lost in it when you're working?
I do. I have a podcast called The Way I Heard It, and that was originally the title of this show, and it was supposed to be 6 half-hour episodes, but the more we got into it, the more it became obvious that it would be better as an hour. And the more time I had on my hands, the more ridiculous the production approach became. So there's animation, there's puppets, there's dubious reenactments, there's cheap costumes, wigs that don't fit.
Wait, you said there's puppets? There's puppets?
Oh, yeah. We're full puppet on this. Well,
full puppet. I think you've just coined a new phrase.
Well, we had this scene that basically takes place in the midst of the San Francisco earthquake. And if you look at the budget to recreate an earthquake in San Francisco versus the cost of doing it with puppets, your decision becomes pretty simple, pretty fast.
Yeah, and so does the workload. I exactly know what you're saying, because when it comes to TV, it's all about how to do it and do it fairly inexpensively, but still be engaging. And if there's one thing, Rowe, I could say your voice, you always have me at hello. And I guess you get that a lot, right? People talk about your voice a lot.
Well, yeah, they typically say, if only he had something to say, imagine how far he could go. No, I sang a long time ago. I kind of snuck into the business vocally. I used to narrate everything if there was a wildebeest trying to get across the vast reaches of the barren Serengeti, but being slowly eaten by hyenas and crocodiles. The odds were good. It was me telling you about it. And it never works out, Ashley, for the wildebeest, by the way. Don't leave the herd.
Oh, thank you. Spoiler. Thank you. Hey, it just sort of occurred to me as you were talking about connecting everything and making the nexus between things that just don't possibly seem like they could be connected. I'm wondering if you ever thought for a moment that this comes at a time when we really need to be connected as Americans, because we're a little like the mousetrap and, a popsicle. We couldn't be more different right now. Have you got some magic up your sleeve to figure out how to get Americans to talk to each other?
Nothing magical. I mean, there's no new ideas, but in general, when things become this heated, the quest becomes to find the thing that can still keep people more or less connected. In other words, what is it, that we all still share? Dirty Jobs is going back into production precisely because work is one of those things that we can all talk about. Returning the Favor was a show I did for years on Facebook, which was really a rumination on decency. Somebody's got to do it, which I was doing at CNN with you back in the day. That was a look at hobbies and avocations, right? And 6 Degrees is just a look at our shared history. There are not many things that still connect us all intrinsically, but work and play and kindness and a shared history, those are the themes that I typically gravitate toward. And that's why this show was interesting to do at a time like this. Doubly so, because when we started, it was the summer of 2019. But after we decided it would be an hour, we went back to shoot in March, and of course, COVID. So that had to be delayed 6 months. And, we were funding this ourselves. I didn't have anybody to buy it. I just had a sponsor who was helping me. And so things got very interesting very fast for me. But it has a happy ending. And I have heard from a lot of parents, and I'm actually particularly proud of this. A lot of people have written to say, my kid's been stuck home for 10 months, and this whole learning at home is a disaster. It's not going well. We watch your show, and it provides a jumping off point or a portal, maybe, into so many topics that our kids wouldn't otherwise be interested in. So suddenly that kid, Hiram Maxim, who made a better mousetrap, we learn he also made the machine gun that changed the trajectory of the First World War, which also led to war tubas that were designed to triangulate the sound that the gun made, but were ultimately used to point into the ground to find oil deposits, which, of course, led to the invention of so many different things, which ultimately cures your hangover. I don't want to wreck it for you, but to make a show that stimulates curiosity in people in a way that actually enhances education was a nice but unintended consequence.
If you're talking about curing hangovers, there's nothing you can say that will wreck it for me, Mike Rowe. Just FYI, cheers with the gin and tonic. Hey, gosh, you talk about hard work and how important it is and how it's sort of like the foundation and the cornerstone for all of us. I have 2 boys. They're 14 and 15 years old, and it's a bit of a struggle to get the bed made every day and to teach them to do their laundry. Is it? I always say when I was a kid, uphill on the way there, uphill on the way back. I had it so much harder. So did my parents. They said the same thing. Is it that way? Do you have any insight on kids and how they view hard work and just what we consider basic chores?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an awful lot of inertia in the old Horatio Alger stuff that says it was all, these damn kids, right? What is it with kids today? And, I run a foundation that awards work ethic scholarships. So I get the question a lot. And I've had a lot of conversations that attempts to unwrap, whatever mystery it is that's informing the snowflake culture. But honestly, what I typically come back to is if there is a snowflake culture, we're the clouds from which those snowflakes fell. And whatever's going on in our universities and whatever's going on with kids vis-a-vis work ethic and delayed gratification and a positive attitude and personal responsibility and all that stuff that you and I grew up with, it's still out there, but we don't teach it. And it has so many of those terms that I just threw out have been co-opted, and they're now almost dog whistles for certain things. I don't know exactly how that happened, but
Mike, you're killing me. You know that you're killing me here. I thought for sure you were going to give me some magic elixir here that was going to help me get my kids to do what they need to do. Because I'm telling you, I may be that cloud, but I am a gray cloud raining hard with gale force winds on these kids. And I always have been, and I still can't get those simple things done. And I feel like other parents say the same thing. And I thought, oh, I should do a whole show with Mike Rowe to help parents get their kids to do hard work.
Well, here's the trick. Most parents think that the key into getting their kids tricked into doing hard work is to either reward them or to in some way instill a level of character that inspires in them a willingness to do the hard thing, whether it's make the bed or cut the wood or do the chores or fill in the blank. The next level, though, is actually a bit more nuanced than that. What you've got to do is find a way to make them like discomfort. You have to find a way to associate pleasure with pain. And I'm not talking in a sadomasochistic way. I'm just saying that you can train yourself to associate discomfort with success. And, you know, sorry, there's no playbook, but I got lucky. I had a couple of great mentors in school.
Yeah, you also need to come to my house and try that out, is what I'm saying. Because you know, I'm like everyone else, right? How do you associate the discomfort with pleasure? You give them a reward for it. That doesn't always work either. But speaking of that, I know a lot of people know you. I mean, you sort of were catapulted into the stratosphere with dirty jobs, and I want to just remind everybody just how dirty those jobs were. So hold for a second and let's take a peek at some of Mike's best work.
When the going gets tough, a tough coworker like Travis Paget gets going without a lot of whining and complaining, like some people.
Man, I hate to complain, but this hurts everywhere.
You could say the worst thing about poo is the way it feels.
I prefer the poo you can pick up in one piece.
All right, Mike, here we are. Muffin Monster. Time to clean the old Muffin Monster.
Dave, do you get used to it?
Oh, yeah, you get used to it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even smell it anymore.
Okay, certainly there had to be some moments where you couldn't associate pleasure with that kind of pain. Or there's a paycheck, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
Well, and humor. I mean, the thing about dirty jobs that freaked everybody out was how much fun we were having. Optically, it looked as though we should be in abject misery. But when you turn up the volume, there's laughter and there's joking, and that exists everywhere, even there in a pumping station in Rifle, Colorado, where things got especially poopy. You know, season 1, the whole thing was a mistake, Ashley. It wasn't supposed to be a hit. It wasn't even supposed to be a show, much less a franchise. But we got a few episodes on the air. Thousands of people wrote, not to say, oh, Mike's terrific, or, you know, gosh, that was fun. They wrote to say, wait till you see what my father does. Uncle, brother, sister, cousin, son, daughter, aunt, uncle. People were hungry to share their stories of work. And so rather than impersonate a host, I became an apprentice, you know, an avatar or a proxy, a cipher. And that's what allowed the show to go on for so long. And that's the reason it's coming back today. We didn't do anything except show you an honest look at an honest day's work, usually magnifying somebody who was out of sight and out of mind.
I'm going to write in right now. If you're bringing this thing back, I'm going to ask you to do the job of a mother of a newborn, because that is dirty and you get covered in it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying.